uh, interview, and I still think they think practice is going to be shut down because of COVID at times. So we've worked through a lot of that. Communication is key personally and collectively on the court and off the court. So I think that's been my number one goal since April, is to really communicate, with each individual player, communicate collectively as a team, and just take one day at a time.
Questions for Coach? Azar? You're on mute, Azar.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm all right. Yourself?
Very well. Excited for practice.
I know that's right.
I love practice. Allen Iverson didn't like practice. I love practice.
Well, I was wondering, being that you said that, is how have you been able to keep, with everything swirling around the program, how have you been able to keep these young ladies focused and attentive on the goal at hand, which is clearly to get into the American East and get to the top and try to reach a goal of getting into the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about that every day. And the really basic rule in life, which I learned too late, but I did learn, is control the controllables. Like, man, once you understand in life that you can only control the things that you can control, and you have to be at peace with the other things, your quality of life is so much better. And with these young women, if I can give them that gift before I learned it, their lives in every facet, will be impacted. So, you block out the noise, you can control the controllables, and athletes at every level say it, people at every level say it. So that's the gift I'm really trying to give them and what we talk about.
Also, real quick, I wanted to ask if you could just share why, because most people would be like, you know what, I'm out. This isn't, an ideal situation. What made you stay and grind it out with the players you have on that team?
That's a great question. So I'm from a small town in Maine, and my parents never went to college, and we believe in relationships and hard work, and you don't bail on anybody, right? And I think when I saw things happening through this year, and then I saw things happening in April, I was like, I need to help these women. Like, I need to be here for these women, regardless of what it does for me. That was really important to me. And it's almost like service, for a greater good. I felt like that was my role and the time in my life. And when I came here with Morgan 2 years ago, that was a pretty significant sacrifice, but I wanted to be here for her as she took on that first head coaching role. I'd known her as a recruit and a relationship for a long time. So I wanted to kind of help her with that. But in April, I knew, regardless of my life status and how it would affect me mentally and physically, that I was in a position as a female leader to have an impact on young women and really help them through all the challenges of Hartford, COVID, personal relationships, financial hardship, everything, and we went and did community service in Hartford Saturday. And that's truly what this is all about. The X's and O's and the wins and the losses, I think people get too caught up in, and they put the W before the person. And I want the W's, but I know if we don't have the people and the relationships, the W's don't really matter.
Jeff?
Hi, Coach. Good to see you here today. Appreciate you giving a little bit of light on the program. Could you first talk about the personnel that we're going to watch play this year, and also the strengths coming in that you see? And I know you guys just been getting after it a little bit. So the personnel strengths, and then an area of that you see that you want to improve this year. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. And we look forward to seeing you back in the gym for sure. That's definitely a priority. We're in a process right now, but I'm going to tell you this. Since I've been here, we have more kids practicing every day, working out every day, conditioning every day, lifting every day than we've had in the past 2 years. Right now, I can hear the team in the gym, which I've never been able to hear. So I think we're in a good path, and we have a lot of depth. I don't want to give all the secrets away, obviously, but it's a situation right now where we have our first scrimmage up this weekend, and we're going to fine tune some things, but also everybody's going to play. And I could see us having a 10 to 12 person rotation like right now, we have that type of depth, and we can bring a lot of different looks. And style of play wise, you know, we kept some things that Coach Valley had already put into the program, but also we're bringing some new things for the women to believe in, and kind of making it their own, if that makes sense, where everybody has a role in that success, you know, and or failure at times, but the failure is really the growth towards the end game. And I'm really optimistic. Player wise, you know, we have everybody back except for Jordan McLemore. Carmen Villalobos is back from freshman year. She had left last year during COVID, and we have great freshman class and transfers that, you know, have joined us and just really built us up. But Jabria Ingram is unbelievable. Like, I hadn't seen her play for 2 years. You know, she mentioned her last game was in the championship against Maine. And I've obviously seen her film because she shared it with me a lot my first year. But I'm just really happy for her to see the joy in the game. And Jada Lucas, I mean, who's like a grandmother at this point, but she's even playing with a renewed energy. And Nina Farkic and Abby Streeter, the transfers that came in with us that sat out their first year, you know, they're here and ready to go. And neither of them have had great success in a full season. So having that type of leadership along with Sierra Smith, who's kind of been here all the way, really helps us and helps the younger players buy in to where we want to go and where we want to be.
Hey, Coach, I got one more for you.
Thanks, Sam.
You just mentioned a few of the student athletes who have played in a championship game in this conference. How are you, I guess, drawing on their experience from that game?
Yeah, I mean, the most important game is your next game. So today, you know, we're just focusing on practice, and Jabria, you know, had to buy into what we were doing now, but she did an interview that we posted on our own personal, you know, Instagram and Twitter. And that's when she mentioned the main game and being in the championship and how much that meant to her. And that's where everybody wants to be. You know, none of the kids in the program the last 2 years have experienced even a championship atmosphere. That's why I had mentioned, you know, the America East having all teams involved in the championship like the MAC did when I coached in the MAC, and letting them have that opportunity. But that's not afforded to us, so we have to earn it. So basically, like, every day is a championship for us, and that's why I'm happy I can hear that noise in the gym right now, because that's truly, you know, what it's all about.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sam.
Any last questions for Coach? All right, well, thanks. Unless you get back to practice, thanks for accommodating us here and joining us, and good luck as you get ready for the season.
Thanks. Hawks up, baby. Off to practice. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
See you later, Coach.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Good to see you.
Okay, you
Thank
too.
you for
See you soon.
being so accommodating.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Sarah.
Yep. Bye.
All right, thanks. And Zara, thanks for really joining and carrying the weight there on the questions. No, that was really good.
No problem, brother. Just following your lead.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you down the road here as we get ready for the season.
Definitely.
All right, thanks.
See you later.
See you, bye.